My name is Suzanne Hoffman, and I am the Superintendent of Schools here in Vancouver. And today is Friday, May the 29th. Since the May 15th announcement, there has been an inordinate amount of work that has taken place in our school district to prepare for the eventual return of more students into our schools. This past couple of weeks, I have had the amazing opportunity to connect with teachers, with administrators, with support staff, to hear directly from them how they are feeling. And certainly there has been the full gamut of emotion, from anxiety, nervousness, and fear, to sort of an energy about what this might look like as students start to come back into our schools. And certainly for some, there's the excitement at the opportunity for those that choose to see their students face to face back in their classrooms. Certainly as we look to the further reopening of our schools, I really want to reassure our community that all of the health and safety protocols that have been prescribed by our provincial health officer, by the Ministry of Health, and by the Ministry of Education will be adhered to. We have been working on those over the past couple of weeks, and we will continue to put all the things in place for the opening on June the 1st. There has been an inordinate amount of information that has been coming to us as a school district from the ministry and from other agencies that support health. And certainly we have been sharing all of that with our schools, and I know that they have been sharing some of that information with you as families, thinking about logistics, thinking about drop-off, thinking about what other health and safety protocols and measures are we putting in place. And certainly we have done our very best to communicate with you, and I know our schools are doing the same as they reach out to you, our families. Certainly now we've been asked to move to stage 3. And I will reiterate, this is a choice for families. It is voluntary whether students come to schools or not. And last week we did a survey for our elementary schools and found out that 42% of you have indicated that you will have your children come back to our schools next week. And we look forward to welcoming all of those children that have made that choice. And we also fully respect families that are going to continue learning from home, and we will continue to support. Either yesterday or today, you will have or will receive a notification from your school for your child, letting you know the days, 2 days a week for kindergarten to grade 5 children, and 1 day a week for children that are in grade 6 and 7. Through our Learning Services Department, we have also been doing personal reach out to our families of students with unique and or exceptional needs, to let them know that 5 days a week are available and to support them in their decisions as to whether or not and how much they would like to come back to our schools. Our secondary schools, and I've seen this firsthand, have been communicating with students and sharing with them mini timetables of availability. So teachers will be available at certain times with the blocks that they teach to welcome students that choose in our secondary schools to come back to class for some face-to-face engagement. And I know too that they have also been sharing with you the logistics of what the day will look like, and so that students know where to meet, what will happen once they are in the school, and little details like cafeterias, for example, not being open. We acknowledge that past 2 months there have been lots of challenges, and we know that we will continue to have challenges in the month ahead. But certainly we have pivoted, we have adjusted, and we will continue to do that as we work with you, our families, and with all of our staff. School will not look the same in June as it did before. There will be lots of changes. One, for example, is documentation that says it is really important for us as an education system to support all of our learners with health, safety, mental health, social emotional connections, all of the things that we know matter most as our children have come through a pandemic, and how do we continue to support them as they transition back to the next phase of public education. And certainly there are choices, and we do value and acknowledge the rights of our families to make personal choices. So whether you choose to have your child return to school, or your child stay at home, we respect that decision, and we will continue to support you as families through this process. The message I've given previously, and I will continue to give, is around being calm. As we transition into stage 3, we need to be patient, we need to be thoughtful, and we need to be kind to ourselves and to each other as we go forward with this work. We also need to be very thoughtful about the work that we are doing and taking care of all of the health and safety protocols so that British Columbia and our school district can continue to experience success from that healthy place of learning. And finally, managing expectations of ourselves, of our colleagues, of our students, and for our families, and really respecting where each individual within the Vancouver School Board family is with respect to how to move forward. And finally, June will come and June will end, and this school year, like no other, will have cause for celebration on all the amazing things that have taken place. And we know as we have gone forward that we are looking forward to welcoming back your children in September to our schools. Thank you for your time, and thank you for listening.